I love that picture. Welcome back to the show, everyone. Thanks for sticking with us here on Good Things Utah. Well, I want to introduce you to one of our great friends here, Dr. Dunkley. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you, Troy.
Now,
nice to be here.
I love these topics, Naita, talking about plastic myths, plastic surgery myths, I should actually say. Now, one of the ones we wanted to talk about is people say, is plastic surgery risky? Well,
there's risk with any surgery. I mean, but common things are like pain, bleeding, infection, scars, bruising, swelling. Those are minimal risks. Serious risks, very uncommon. Most of the time, with an experienced surgeon and a healthy patient, you're going to have a great surgery without any problems.
Okay, well, Dr. Dunkley, now you're saying that, I'm going off script here for a little bit, but how do people actually find out if you're the right doctor? How do they research you for that?
Well, you can always look on doctors' websites. Most of us have our credentials listed on there, and you can find out what their training is. But I think it's really important to meet your surgeon, too. You'll find that there's some doctors you're just not comfortable with.
Just in conversation, they might be a good doctor and a great surgeon, but you're not getting on. You're not getting each other.
Yeah.
But that's really important.
Absolutely. You got to make sure you're on the same page.
Interesting.
Another misconception, doctor, is cosmetic surgery lasts forever.
Right.
So,
and most of the surgeries don't. There are a few that might. Like if I talked about a nose job with somebody, I might be willing to say, yeah, the shape is going to last forever. Those changes will. But facelifts, I get that all the time. How long will it last? And I tell patients, I'm going to try and take off 5 to 10 years from the look of your face. In 5 to 10 years from now, you may look much the same as you look now.
Interesting you say that because, you know, if you're going to take off that amount of time, let's just say 5 years, are you saying that maybe we should have another facelift or a minor surgery in 5 years' time to sort of then take you back 5 years again? Is that how it sort of works?
Well, you certainly can.
Yeah.
You know, if you are 60 and you look 50, sometimes patients are okay with that.
They're okay with that.
Yeah.
Do you suggest?
well, I never say never. I'm very afraid of surgeries. That's why.
I think
and I
people
never
are.
say never, but because you never know. Maybe when I'm 60, maybe when I'm 50, I'll need a little work here and there. I don't know.
I
but
think
you know.
I think minor work all the way along, great facials, maybe a little bit of filler, maybe a little bit of Botox, and then start talking about whether you need half a facelift or a full lift. Is that right? Maintenance is the key.
Oh, absolutely. The more you can do for yourself along the way, the better your skin's going to look.
Why do people think that nose is something you can have done again when once it's done, it's done?
Well, most of the time it's just because they're not happy with the results from the nose. It would stay the way it is, and often it looks a lot better, but sometimes patients get a little particular.
Well, they don't.
This is a stunning image of a woman's profile with the picture there with her nose. Do people bring in pictures like this and go, Dr. Dunkley, that's the nose I want?
I do occasionally get that, and that's tough because you can't make somebody look like somebody else, not with any ease.
Okay, this is a really interesting one because there's so much conversation out. Our viewers want to know, stem cell facelifts are the best facelifts, true or false? And what is a stem cell facelift?
So that's a really good question. If you go and type on the internet, there's all kinds of information about stem cells, and most of it's misinformation.
Okay.
So a stem cell facelift should be taking stem cells and injecting it under the skin. So you're not actually making any cuts.
Okay.
And then having those stem cells affect the skin by making the skin better, thicker, healthier.
So where are we taking the stem cells from?
We get the stem cells from fat. We've discovered that in the fat that we suck out from liposuction, we can actually find a large quantity of stem cells.
Really?
So we can take those stem cells, but it is a little bit of a process to get those stem cells out. It's not that we just take it out and they fall out into our lap.
Well, okay, because someone also asked me, talking about stem cells, is that the same as a vampire facial? The famous facial that Kim Kardashian made everyone want to have.
Poking like in
Right.
blood
Is
and
that
everything.
stem cell?
No, it's not. The vampire facelift is using platelet-rich plasma. So when you draw out the blood, when you spin out the blood cells, what's left is plasma. And you can take that platelet-rich plasma, mix it with some of our fillers, hyaluronic acid fillers, and inject it. And that's kind of the idea behind a vampire facelift. So they're all different. Only if you're talking about a true facelift, you're making cuts and pulling the skin tight. That's considerably different from a stem cell injection.
Stem cell is non-surgical.
Stem cell, well, you have to do surgery to
Of
get
course.
the stem cells out. But yes, the facelift is non-surgical.
Is it
And
go on, sorry.
No, sorry. And is it apply like people apply Botox with injections or?
it is,
It
yes.
is?
It would be in a needle going, you're in a syringe and injected through a needle under the skin.
Under the skin.
Yeah, but there's not any studies right now that tell us exactly what those stem cells are doing. There's just not enough evidence to say what it does for sure.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Why? Because it's
Because
your
it's
own
new
stem
and it's
cell.
exciting. So you hear stem cells and everybody says, oh, I'm going to put that on my website,
gonna
or I'm
try
going to
that.
offer that.
Okay, we don't have enough research just yet. Dr.
Just
Dunkley,
yet.
thank you so much for coming in. Of course, we love you being in here. If
Thanks,
you want to
I
find
love
out
to be
more
here.
information about Dr. Dunkley, head over to Envision Cosmetic Surgery over there in Murray, 801-268-2650. You can look at all his website and all the information you need over on our website, agoodforutah.com/GTU, and we will link you to everything that we just talked about. Hey, Glenn, what's coming up next, buddy?
Well, still to come on Good Things Utah, we've got a lonely pet looking for a brand new family. Our Pet of the Week segment's coming up.